Welcome back to the St. John's 2021 tournament, where we will be watching St. John's College against St. Albans today. We'd like to thank Standard Bank, Puma Hoops, and also Super Sports School Hoops for providing us this opportunity to watch this talent today. I am Tsakani Ngobeni. I'll be your lead broadcaster today, and I'm sitting here with Coach Clement, who will be helping me go through the X and O's of the two teams playing today.
Yeah, this is the 15th edition of the St. John's tournament, and on our starting lineups for St. John's, we have Ike Anagu, TJ Sitole, Sazi Bongwe, Tefi Nyangone, Ethan Murray, Latita Hlongwane, and then on the bench we have Katleho Buko, JP Jordan, Dan Wolfenden, Luyanda Malchas, OG Seiso, and Panashe Tanashe Dumbu, the big man.
I'm actually looking forward to this last game of this schedule of Clement. Day 2, and on the St. Alban side we've got Taba Masiela, Pinto Tlale, Tuanda Kuana, Anjola Aju Yembenge, Saba Maluleka, Trevor Singwane, and on the bench we've got Khoso Motsepe, Francois van Reinsberg, Altang Tase, Totlisa Lebona, David Chilonda, Declan Nehanda. Coach Clem, how do these two teams match up?
So St. John's has the size, they got the competition experience. St. Albans has the intensity, and they have a legacy program. They have a legacy at their school of just having a good basketball program. So how they're gonna match up, I think St. Albans has a tough battle against them because they would have to take care of the offense, their defensive rebounds, and making sure that they can sustain the pressure that St. John's will be bringing to them.
And that's been the theme of the day. The first team that dictates and controls the tempo of the game, dictates the rebounds, and also the tempo. And when I say tempo, I mean the pace.
Yes.
Whoever presses out, whoever gets out first, controls that. Because if you do recall, we're playing 4 quarters, 8 minutes running time, 2 halves, right? Each coach is allowed 2 timeouts per half.
Per half, yeah.
And you need to use those strategically because the game can run away at you at any given time.
Yeah.
With the strategy in which we play.
And with what St. John's have been doing, we've been noticing how they have not waited for not waited at all. They've started their guns blazing every single time they started at any opponent. So they are keen to set up the tempo from the start, and it is going to be very interesting to see how St. Albans matches up to that.
And it's about keeping your composure because St. John's is a pressing team. I was taught when I was playing, you press a pressing team, right? They're used to giving pressure, give them back that pressure.
How can they absorb that and work around that?
Work around it. And then you need to have succinct floor leaders who can actually read the tempo, make the right plays, and play fundamental basketball. When the pressure's up, doesn't mean that they want to steal the ball. They just want to increase the pace so that you're doing all that you're used to at a pace and a speed that you're not used to doing it at.
Yeah, and also take you out of your comfort in your offensive set. Let's say you were planning on running a particular offensive set in their half, and then now you are out of your swords. The person who's supposed to have the ball doesn't have the ball, so that is very interesting to see how St. Albans is going to adjust to that.
Okay. And both sides, just looking over at the floor with the bird's eye view that we have, is that both sides actually look evenly matched when it comes to physicality and size.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a game of boards. You don't just jump up to the rim. You need to box out because both teams do have some sort of high flyers.
Yeah, I agree with you with the size. I'm not so sure about the physicality. I would love to see that.
St. John's wins takes the first jump ball possession, does not hesitate, shows aggression, the straight line drive to the rim.
And I think that's going to be the tone that TJ Sitola is going to set to put pressure on the defense of St. Albans.
Strong take. St. Albans sitting in a man-to-man, which is very rare to see in this tournament because everyone seems to start in some sort of a zone. St. John's not hesitating, sticking to their guns with the press, steal.
First steal, yes.
Yes. And you don't set the tone by missing those layups.
Oh, yeah. They have two chances now.
St. Albans rushes down the floor. Strong take, strong pass. Hesitant. But rewarded at the end. You know, move the ball around, catch the defense out of sync, and make the basket.
So funny enough, when you get the first basket for a coach, you kind of get that relief.
Yes.
So St. John still needs to get that first basket, even though we know that they are the favorites.
You know, if you get the first basket, it shows that anxious energy is gone, like you said, the relief. Both benches seem to be loud, involved in the game, and we've seen that benches actually play a big role in motivating the team. St. Albans with a straight line drive down the middle, offhand, stretching across his body to make that shot.
I think I need to change my approach to the game right now, because I thought that St. John's would put the pressure, but it seems like St. Albans is getting to the rim quite easy.
No, St. John's got the pressure, but St. John's is ignoring that pressure. They're used to this level.
Yes. St. John's taking away their pressure. They press, a full court press. Dumbu blocking the shot on the drive from St. Albans, and TJ running the break.
And that's what you want right there. You need to score in order to press, because you can't press if the ball has not been reset.
Yes.
Tough press. St. Albans breaking that press easily, but turning the ball over by getting too comfortable.
Yeah. Good run by Dan Wolfenden, going for the layup and drawing the foul, looking to get his first set of free throws. Okay, they called it on the line. They called it that it wasn't a shooting foul. Dumbu missing on the shot. Sazi getting the rebound, taking a shot.
And that's what you want to see. Mid-range, guys attacking, not being composed, only trying to get to the rim, because that actually just spreads out the floor and allows a big guy to work inside. St. Albans coming back down, ignoring the pressure, giving themselves enough spacing on the floor so that they can move the ball around and find the opportunity. But St. John's is also just so big and covers the whole floor.
Yeah, St. John's is not making it easy for them. They don't even have space to dribble. And they're always in their space and trying to force them away from the basket.
But as big as St. John's is, they should not be allowing second chance opportunities with the ball. They need to be more consistent in getting the rebound. Oh, what a tenacious, vicious block.
Dumbu just sending that out of...
Replay of the block, tenacious Dungu rejecting him and saying, this is my house. If you're going to come in here, you need to come in a little bit stronger than that. And that's how you set the tone defensively, because that sends a message to the St. Albans bench. Look at that again. Nice pass, but great anticipation by Dungu on the block, sending the message to St. John's that, hey, listen, I'm a shot blocker. You need to come ready to get your shot blocked or pass the ball to someone else. And that's a statement you want sent.
Yeah. So Kuanu from St. Albans have been putting pressure on the St. John's defense. And as we see there, Sazi Bongwe getting a mid-range jumper in the replay. And Coach Manny having a talk with their team during the timeout, where we didn't expect to have a tie in the first timeout.
Hold on. With 4 minutes left in the first quarter, we welcome you again to the St. John's 2021 tournament, brought to you by Standard Bank, Puma Hoops, Super Sports, School Sports. Game is tied. Last game of day 2. We have St. John's College with 4, St. Albans 4, with 4 minutes left in the quarter. And just to remind you about the rules, it is 4 quarters being played, 8 minutes running, 2 timeouts per half. And should there be a tie at the end of the game, we will go to overtime. And should the score be less than, the lead be less than 10 points, the clock continues to run in the fourth quarter.
TJ getting the inbound, running the offense. Sazi, Dan, TJ, Sazi cutting through the paint. Sazi feeding TJ on the corner. Daniel Wolfenden with the offensive rebound, drawing the foul against St. Albans. and Adeduge will definitely send Dan van Wolfenden to the free throw line.
That great shot, weak side, no block out. Danny Wolfenden just sneaks in there, anticipating that long rebound, gets it, and now has a chance to convert and give his team the lead on the free throw line.
He makes 1 out of 2. St. Albans bringing the ball up, and St. John's in that man-to-man defense. TJ with a strip on transition, easy lane for them.
And that's also because of the press. The press has allowed them to just be nervous. And now that because there's no press, they still have their guard up and therefore been able to take that steal. St. John's is playing mind games against St. Albans, showing them different looks, not allowing them to actually be comfortable, but keep maintaining the pressure.
Yeah, and the pressure for St. Albans is to make changes without a timeout being called. A play ran to get the ball to number 1, Atlang from St. Albans, and a foul drawn against St. John's. EK, the big man for St. John's, need to take care of his fouls. You don't want your big guy to be out. TJ with another steal, back-to-back steals.
EK with an attempted tip pass.
Hustle play.
Pass the ball to Wolfenden. Wolfenden for the long-range three-point. His court, his house, his shot. And St. John's is slowly getting confidence. And this is what you don't want to see if you're St. Albans. As St. Albans tries to bring the ball back up. Here we go. TJ, EK with the pass. Good save. EK cross-court pass. Wolfenden at the corner, letting that ball float sky high. Rainbow
just
shot.
Net.
Straight net.
All sweet net.
Yes. As we come back down in transition, St. John's not taking their foot off the pedal. They've got the lead. They are continuing to apply pressure both defensively and offensively to St. John's. St. John's caught sleeping a little bit. St. John's caught sleeping. Ref calls the ball just to kind of maintain control over the game. Inbounds play by St. John. Let's see if they'll execute their play. Ball finds EK inside. EK goes up. Blocked by St. David's.
That is the second foul on EK Anagu in less than 1 minute. And he needs to take care of that. He will probably be substituted anytime now.
St. John's needs to be very careful with that. Earlier games, say Alex Academy versus Soweto Academy. Alex's players fouled out in the first half, and that opened the game for Soweto Academy. So I hope the coaches for St. John's are aware that Ike, one of the big dominant influence downstairs,
has picked up two fouls. Yeah.
St. John's, St. Albans gets the steal, brings the ball down, gets carried away, gets intimidated by the pressure, and therefore commits the travel.
Yeah, Tadiwa from St. Albans took way too many steps. I think he packed his passport on the way to this game while he was traveling on that one.
Ike being found under the rim, couldn't really get control over the ball. St. John's big men seem to be picking up fouls.
The fouls are stacking up for their big guys, and that means they will have to go to the bench anytime soon. The question will be, will they be able to replicate that, whoever's coming off the bench, to be able to replicate that on the court?
And that is a tough ask, Clement, as St. John's gets a steal and takes it strong to the rim. As we near the end of the quarter, are you surprised by anything you've seen so far, Coach Clem?
So, number one, no, in terms of what St. John's is doing. First miss for Dumbu as the clock ran out. So, we are seeing the free throws from Dumbu. Second one is also a miss, and the quarter ends at 11 for St. John's and 4 for St. Albans. So, nothing new for me for St. John's. They're still coming out guns blazing. The only difference is the fact that St. Albans is actually getting so deep into their paint.
Outside our play time, and that will cost another. You understand? If you don't play to play when a team is playing good, we in deep trouble. Remember I was saying you guys to that. If you don't play the play, We're going to have those fighters coming. It was not a job. I'll draw the elevator. 2.
Coach Victor instructing his players that, hey, listen, this is a big moment. This is their home court. We cannot expect them to give us the game. We need to show up and fight. Because if we don't fight, they will beat us up. And that is reflecting of the score right now with St. John's 11 and St. Albans 4.
Listening to the comments of Coach Victor Fowler, that is so characteristic of his coaching methodology, instructing the players that they should follow through on the instructions, try to go through their system, and not try to do things out of character. And as we have seen that they are struggling and they're looking out of sword.
And we resume play into the second quarter. St. David's inbounds the ball. Some changes have been made. Ike has been taken out by St. John's. And the lineup remains the same for St. Albans.
So the new player. Yeah,
strong take by St. John's.
Yeah, like I said, Tabo got into the paint that easy, and St. John's needs to work on that, on allowing St. Albans to get into the paint.
St. John's is the easy 2 right there. St. Albans seems, like you have mentioned it several times, they are getting to the paint. They don't seem to be scared of Dumbu's height.
Oh,
right?
no.
They're challenging him and going in strong. So that means the guards need to pick up the defensive pressure to stop the guys from getting into the paint.
Oh, yeah. So the guards are leaking on top, as we can see that again. And Malcha stepping up there to stop the penetration. But that is definitely something that is happening there. As we see, the foul is drawn on Sazi Bongwe. And that will send Pinto.
Look at that strong take by St. David straight on top of Dumbu, laying the ball high off the glass, ensuring that it can't be blocked. And that just goes to show that they are not scared of Dumbu.
TJ with the mid-range jump shot there in the highlights just now. We have Pinto on the line, trying to convert the second free throw, and he makes 1 of 2. TJ controlling the pace on offense for St. John's. Sazibongwe steal by St. Albans from St. John's, and they're looking again inside the paint. St. Albans keeps on looking to get inside the paint. As they get inside the paint, Dumbu got a block. I think that is his second block for the game now.
Second block, but like 4 altered shots. And,
yeah.
And St. Albans is not scaring away from that, because if Dumbu makes a mistake, that's his 3rd foul in the second quarter.
Oh yeah. So they have to.
There's the block right there by Dumbu. Great anticipation, great defense, because most guys go up not with their hands straight, which allows the ref to call the foul.
Call the foul, yes.
He jumps with his hands up, showing the ref that, listen, I'm not creating the contact. The player's coming to me, which then allows him to get the easy block.
Yeah. That is a skill, to wait and extend on top and wait for the ball to come to you and then block it.
St. John's running a double pick on the bottom for Wolfendan. Then you have Sazibungu passing the ball to Dumbu for the short range J, and TJ inside fighting for that rebound with a jump ball.
Yeah, Tabo has been feisty, forcing the jump ball against St. John's. Tabo Masilela from St. Albans has been instrumental with the pressure that they are putting on St. John's. We have substitutions in. We have Joe Luetla. They call him Junior at St. John's, who has joined us now wearing vest number 23. That's a very heavy number to wear in the game. Woo! You know what they call him at St. John's?
What they call him?
They call him Chef, because he was just cooking right now.
Oh, he's just cooking.
He's just cooking right now.
That's how you come in, immediately impact the game with that long ball. Number 6, TJ, long ball 3, making it rain, high arcing. St. David's, St. Albans back in the play, being disturbed by the high pressure that St. John's continues to set on them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually surprised by the score. I would expect it to be a little bit closer. It is still in contention. It is still close. but they don't seem to be, every time St. John's ups a level, goes to the next level of pressure or intensity, St. Albans is not matching that.
So psychologically for any team, anytime you are down single digits, psychologically you feel like you are in the game. And 9 is a high mark at high school basketball. I mean, it's very difficult.
We come out. We not let him shoot.
No, come out. Come out. Come out. Come out. Okay. So Panache is here. That's EK.
What do you think you should do?
Ma'am? Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, psychologically, being down 9 points means that you're still in the game. I think the key thing for St. John's is try to get it into that double-digit lead and try to maintain that, and keep St. Albans at bay. And the job for St. Albans is to try to make sure that St. John's don't run away with this lead, because, like you are saying, the where we are right now is quite surprising for us. But both teams need to make a move either to pull away or to make sure they get closer.
Okay, so if you're St. John's, you want to pull away, and if you're St. Albans, you want to sit down and take it one possession at a time.
At a time. Get a one-stop.
You can't score 10 points right now and have the lead. So one possession at a time, get back into the game.
Most definitely.
We saw Coach Ngoza and Coach Manny giving instructions. Looks like St. John's will be going into a zone press,
yeah.
Staying true to their form, changing up looks, keeping the other team guessing before they can pick it up.
Oh, yes.
St. Albans seems to be sitting in a box and one with isolating Sitole. But then we have the chef coming in.
Okay, that was Junior hitting a mid-range, coming off the bench, making sure that he continues with the production on the floor. So that's the danger of St. John's. But number 13, like I said, Mr. Tabo keeps on putting pressure on St. John's.
Tabo is not backing down from the big moment. Like you said, he's answering every call.
Not at all.
St. John's is giving. You know? And there we go with Tabo on the free throw line, extended 3-point, high arcing 3-point, nothing but net, kept his follow through, and that's how you keep St. John's from not pulling away.
So Tabo listened into the commentary, and he's trying to make sure that they keep close and they stay close. Gaz looking for an easy 2. Junior looking for an easy 2. Dumbo again with an offensive rebound and finishing that, taking the lead to double digits.
10-point lead. You need to box out Dumbo. He can't just be hovering around in your paint. Keep a body on him.
There, Dumbo altering another shot. And St. Albans finishing with Francois van Rensburg in the paint with his first basket for the game from St. Albans. Dan Wolfenden with a long three-point shot from the corner. Francois with the rebound. St. Albans running the break, looking to get inside, and St. John's trapping on the line. That's a dangerous place to pick the ball up.
Yes, Francois is being active. Number 10 from St. Albans. He's being active on both sides of the floor. And this is a dangerous, risky play. Saying St. John's bringing back Ike, number 10, to help secure the lead and the paint dominance that they've had in the whole first quarter.
Yeah, you would have thought that they would keep him up until the third quarter, but I'm sure they trust the big man to not pick up a third foul.
Foul committed by St. Albans in the play, preventing, good foul in my books, preventing that fast break, which would then extend the lead to a 14-point lead. Yeah,
it could have gone another way, because you know the new rule in FIBA says that if you foul in mid-court without intention to play the ball, that's deemed an unsportsmanlike, and the team with the ball still gets control of the ball. So that could have been very dangerous, but the refs clearly saw that it wasn't an intention to stop the play, but it wasn't a foul on the court.
The two big guys fixing the pen. The two winger, that one goes everywhere. He walks here, this guy walks here. If I'm here, I walk on this area. If I'm there, I walk on that. The two big guys fixed. Don't go to somebody's spot. Be fine, look at the score. Don't panic. It's only 8 points, 4 baskets. Why you panicking? 4 points, 8 points is how many baskets?
Coach Victor reiterating to his team, guys, we're in the game. It's not a 10-point lead. It's an 8-point lead. That's 4 baskets. That's 4 possessions. If we get 4 stops and we convert on the other side, let's execute. So he's re-harping his instructions to the team and also allocating responsibility. He says, we're in a zone. We're playing box and one.
Yeah.
Every man needs to cover their respective area. Do not go into another man's zone. Cover your zone and go after the rebound when the shot goes up.
Yeah, so he's alluding to spacing on defense. Sometimes we only emphasize spacing on offense, but he's talking about the importance of spacing on defense. St. John's running the offense. Shimato coming in off the bench. Missing the jump shot. Rebound by St. Albans. Controlling the pace, taking it pass for pass, getting it over into the hands of Thabo, who has been looking to give some serious troubles to create some serious problems to the St. John's defense.
Travel called on Thabo. He moved his pivot leg as he's about to let that ball fly. St. Albans is giving a different look. They're playing box and one, but they're changing who they playing box
Who they
and
playing
one
on, yes.
which gets the team unsettled and you don't know what your role is in the play.
Yeah, but then again, TJ is off the floor, so they're looking for another one as Shimatu misses the long jumper and Junior fouls under the rim on the defensive rebound. Thabo running the offense. Finding Francois in the paint, and Francois just cleaning off the plate as he was dished up by Thabo.
Francois just moving, keeping his hands up and knowing to present himself as an option to his teammates. Wolfendan with the ball. Lane open, attacking Francois. Good clean block, securing the ball. Ike with a risky play. Wolfendan with an attempt at the end of the shot clock, missing the shot, which could have extended the lead to an 8-point game, giving them more confidence going into the halftime.
Well, that was a rare miss from Dan Wolfenden, but that might be just a little bit of end of quarter jitters. Halftime score, St. John's 20, St. Albans 14. We wouldn't have expected for it to be a 6-point lead for St. John's. St. Albans is just down 6 points. Coach Victor was reiterating it in his last time out to say, hey guys, stay calm. Stick to what we're doing and let's make sure that we stay in the game.
Dinner time. Not without the farm. Water. Not without safekeeping. Distribution. Not without the wholesaler, the retailer, or the bank that backs them all. Dinner time. Not without business. Standard Bank. It can be.
We welcome you back to St. John's College 2021 tournament, where it's written in the stars. We bring you today's last game, St. John's College versus St. Albans, with St. John's having a comfortable 6-point lead to a comfortably weary St. Albans team. St. John's has thrown everything but the kitchen sink at them and they're still in the game. Why is that, Coach Clem?
So St. Albans is sticking to the instructions from their coach. They're not doing things out of character. They're not trying to force their approach in trying to do things out of what they have practiced. And they actually came back to the instructions of what the coach is doing. So that is working for them. And we'll just see how much that can help them and if that can take them over 20, over that 6-point deficit.
We come back into the second half with St. John starting into a man-to-man defense. A slick behind the back attempt by Tabo, which resulted in a foul on Dumbo, and St. John's on the attack. Ike with the ball, tries a long-range game. Airball that ball. Tabo with a long cross-court look to his teammate, which gets a foul on Dumbo. I'm worried about that because that should be the young man's second foul, if not third, and it's the beginning of the third quarter. Too early in the quarter to be accumulating fouls like that.
Yeah. So Anjola is having a field day by running the break, drawing the first foul on Dumbu, and running the inbound play, and also drawing another foul. That's 2 fouls in less than 10 seconds, less than 5 seconds, and that means from the coach's instructions, he has license just to attack the board and attack the paint. Which is doing well.
I wish more players would figure out that if you just do what coach tells you to do, you get to spend more time on the floor because he then trusts you.
Yeah. St. Albans getting another offensive rebound after the free throw. And who scores? Anjola gets another basket after the offensive rebound. He scored a free throw, and that put them 3 points within reach from St. John's. Sazi driving, picking up the foul, and going to the line for 2 free throws.
Sazi having all the time that he needs on the three-point line, saying like ball being swung to Sazi right there. No defensive man. He goes to where the pressure is. Why? Because he wants to draw the fouls and get them in foul trouble and hopefully convert.
Yeah.
But that's how you want to play. You want to continue attacking. You want to take what you want and not what the defense gives you.
Oh yeah, you wanna run what you are comfortable with. Sazi converting the second shot on the free throw. That puts them up by 4 against St. Albans. And as we see, Tabo running the offense again off a high pick and roll of Anjola. St. John's putting up the pressure. The bench also contributing. Long range shot from St. Albans. Defensive rebound by Ike. And TJ running the offense again. In the hands of Sazi Bongwe. Blocked by Francois. Contributing again defensively. And the big guys are still staying and putting pressure in the paint.
Yeah. Coach Victor yelling from the sideline, guys, push it. We don't want to attack them while the zone is set up or the man-to-man is set up. Let's catch them in transition while the guys are reacting, and that's how we'll get fouls and get Ike and Dumbo keep Ike and Dumbo in foul trouble.
The sooner they get those big guys out, the better their game is because they're getting to the paint and to the basket with those guys on the floor. Imagine how easy it will get.
That's a strong take. Ike and Dumbo need to be a little bit more careful because the St. Albans guys are relentless in attacking the rim, and one mistake, they will get a foul.
Yeah, I'm sure the big guys are relieved as TJ picked up that foul on the drive by Tabo to the paint. Tabo converting the first free throw of 2. Missing the second one. When the ball doesn't hit the ring, the referees will call that a side ball automatically and it will go to the opposing team. St. John's inbounding the ball. Sazi has the ball again in the open court. Decides not to finish. Turns around to TJ. Shot no good. Rebound by St. Albans. Francois attacking the paint. That's his first look off the dribble. And then another offensive rebound by St. Albans. Sazi running the break, looking to get inside the paint. And that should not be good for St. John's as Sazi picks up another foul, offensive foul, that giving the ball back to St. Albans.
Wolfendan showing Swazi, come on, man. You saw that man standing in front of you. Euro step, and which is what Swazi's been doing the whole game. So just be cognizant and aware of where you're going.
Yeah, good leadership from Dan, just to give advice to his teammate. They've been playing together since they're under 14 days here at St. John's, so they know each other very well. So Pinto got into the paint, passed Dumbu and scored a basket under the rim. St. John's coming back, Dumbu looking to score inside the paint, picks up a foul against Pinto, who just scored, as we can see in the replay there, against Dumbu, and Dumbu returning the favor to draw the foul against him on the other end.
And that's that fearless approach that we say St. Albans has against Dumbu and Ike. They're not scared of getting their shot blocked.
Not at all.
They're like, you either block me, and if you do, my teammates have got my back, will get the defensive rebound and score again.
Yeah. Dumbu missing the first one, making the second free throw, pushing the lead up to 2 points against St. Albans. Trapped in the corner again by St. John's. Dumbu stealing the ball, and Chef going for a layup, missing it, drawing the foul against Francois.
That is a very smart play by Chef. Why? They got the steal, and he knew that he has a big man, Francois, running behind him. So he slowly collected himself, got the foul on the big man, because he knows if he gets the foul, the guy gets to sit down, and he gets a chance to advance their score from the free throw line.
Yeah. Chef missing both free throws. Of defensive rebound by St. Albans, and then lost the ball out from the hustle play by Dumbu.
And these are the small plays that we talk about that can keep you get you the lead, keep the lead, and it's all considered team effort, getting everyone involved in the play.
Yeah. So the box and one allows St. John's to have space outside, and Sazi is just capitalizing on that. Unfortunate for them with the turnover to travel on that occasion. And as we see Tabo attacking the paint again and picking up a foul against St. John's.
St. John's needs to change their approach, their defense, because this defense has allowed St. Albans to come back into the game.
Oh, yeah.
This man-to-man. So I suggest they go back into a zone.
Oh, yeah, and just make it a bit tougher for Tabo, because he's the only guy that is getting off the dribble as he converts his first free throw. He's the only guy who gets off the dribble in the paint, and then they also find other opportunities as Tabo makes his second free throw to pass other guys in the paint, because there is so much space. Chef pulling up from 3 as the clock winds down for the third quarter, and the game is tied between St. John's and St. Albans.
Looking at the body language of both teams stepping off, St. John, little head down, a little hesitant. St. Albans head up, clapping their hands. They're like, hey, we're still in this game. It's a tie game, and this is exactly where we want to go into going into the fourth quarter.
The drive is not good, then take it back and reset. Get everybody in the right position. They're playing a zone, so you can run your 1v1, you can run innovation, elevators.
The top two are following, and then the other three are stationary. It's a triangle.
Okay, let's do that. We don't need to rush the offense. Don't rush it. It's not there. Hold the ball. Wait for the spaces to be created. Kick out the ball and then pull the shot. All right, but defensively, they're getting pushed around so much.
So St. John's is looking to attack the zone defense of St. Albans, and trying to look at different options to try to capitalize on the fact that they're playing a zone.
If you open this side, he's taking the middle. You can't go enough. The two big guys are fit.
Hey, listen, guys, this is the last quarter. We put up, we can finish them. This is what we do. We make our mark now. We make our mark now.
Thabo, being the leader that he is, saying that, hey, listen, guys, this quarter we finish him. They've thrown everything at us. We have not gone away, right? Coach Victor reiterating, okay, we're in a boxing one set. Everyone cover your zones. My big guys, don't leave the paint. Protect the rim. And Thabo's like, hey, listen, showing us, not just saying, let's play hard, showing us on the court, being a man of his word.
So he's leading on the bench, he's leading on the court, and he's making sure that his voice is heard. And I'm sure their teammates are following suit on that because he is showing by example. Pinto struggling on the floor for a while and everybody waiting to see what the ref will call, and the ball, and it ended up in a foul by Sazi Bongwe on the floor. St. Albans running the inbound play to Pinto. Pinto looking to score, and a tip in by Ike Nago.
I mean, always tip it away from the basket.
Yeah.
Because you have now just scored, but for the wrong team.
Yeah, so that is going to go probably on Pinto's record now, if not the captain. Sazi with the mid-range shot, not converting. Dumbu chasing down the offensive rebound and bringing the ball back to Sazi.
St. John's offense seems to be a little bit too stagnant for my liking. Because
Yeah.
if St. Albans is in a box and one, that means, and you're not moving, that means everyone is standing in place. As Ike misses that attempt at point-blank range, right now you need every possession. There we go. Ike with the tip in on his own hoop. That will go to the closest man on the floor.
Yeah, that must be that must feel very bad for him as a player that's been working so hard the whole time. Chef running the offense, mid-range, jump shot, money, everything but net. Nothing but net. St. Albans pushing the pace offensively in transition. Chef with the ball, Dan with the fake. No good. Dive on the floor.
And this is what you want to see. If a ball's on the floor, yes, it's concrete. You want to see players diving for it because, hey, listen, a scar is forever, and so are these bragging rights in winning the St. John's tournament.
Oh,
and
yeah.
competing is what these kids are doing today.
That pick and roll seems to be effective for St. Albans, but Francois took one too many steps, and that turned into a traveling violation. Chef running the pace, running the offense, controlling the pace of the offense. Sazi looking inside, dishing to Ike. Ike just muscling his way through the defense and converting inside the paint. And that calls for Victor, Coach Victor, to call for a timeout.
And Ike with a strong take, straight at Francois' chest, going through him to say, hey, listen, I might have tipped it in on the other side, but I will make up.
I'll make up for
I
that.
will make up the hard way.
Good defensive
my
position by Francois, though. Yes. But there's nothing you can do if somebody is just stronger than you going inside.
That's what we need to do. Keep working off the setting up. So everybody get back, set up so you can pour something, right? The last two baskets, that's how we got there. But defensively, you cannot backpedal and take someone to the hoop. Step into the lane, put your hands up. He has to figure out how to get around you. You don't take him to the basket. Do you understand? Defense, please, put the pressure. Put the pressure. There's no room.
Coach Ngoza saying, yes, we are hosting the tournament at St. John's, but don't be completely hospitable. Let them figure their way around our house.
Yeah.
Don't walk them to the rim. Let them figure out where the rim is. And that's exactly what it is. Fight for everything you have. The 2-point game, don't give the game away. If we're going to lose this, let them take it.
Yeah, they have to figure it out. That's what Coach Ngoza is just trying to echo there, that let them figure it out. Let's not make it easy for them. Let's make it a little bit tough for them so that if whatever results we live with, we know that they made a good decision. But we can't let them walk into our paint like that. St. Albans breaking the press. Thabo running the break and getting a basket against Ike and converting it.
Ike with the right play right there to slow on movement. But Thabo being tenacious, being aggressive, and not giving up on his team or teammates.
Now he has a chance to convert the and one, and he does.
And with that basket, St. Alban takes the lead, 27-26, with under 5 minutes left in the game.
Sazi handling the ball. TJ having a little bit of more room now. He's been iced out by Thabo. As we see Thabo closing up on him again. Sazi running, driving into the paint and drawing another foul.
And then we have Thabo coming straight down. Ike not having perfect position, moving. So that was a right call by the official. Great conversion and acknowledgement by Thabo to realize Ike is moving. I can get an and one and also force him into foul trouble.
Absolutely. And then on the other end, Sazi converting on his free throws, returning the favor to St. Albans and looking to score the second free throw of his and following suit. Sazi delivering, always forcing, always putting pressure on the defense and also converting on his free throws.
St. John's changing the approach, going into a full court press.
And then St. Albans putting pressure on their full court press, and that puts Ike as the last man on the press in trouble with another foul.
St. John's St. Albans staying calm and collected throughout this press because it phased them in the first quarter. But they seem to have learned and made the necessary adjustments.
Yeah, Msaba missing the first free throw, which is very crucial at this point of the game. Making the second one, just giving it back to B.
Game is tied. TJ calling a play. Noticing that, hey, they still in a man-to-man. No, it's a boxing one with a zone.
TJ with that smooth mid-range jumper and getting a little bit more space. Thabo running back and then another foul. 3 possessions in a row followed by a technical on Ike Anagu. That is going to be costly for St. John's. That means that, yeah, there was across the body contact on the player driving to the basket. That's a foul and a technical. I am sure that he is going to be out of the game.
And that is one way you don't want to leave a game, by fouling out and a technical.
Yeah.
Because you've now cost your team. The team will miss you, firstly. And secondly, your presence is gone.
And what does Thabo do?
Thabo, of course, has been attacking Ike the whole game, knowing that, hey, with Ike out, more of my teammates can attack the rim. So as a leader, he was like, hey, I want to keep attacking this guy. He's eager, he reaches. I'm going to present the ball. I know he's going to reach. He reaches. We're at school. He teaches.
Yeah, he went to school with him there. And as we're seeing that St. Albans is not stopping by putting pressure on the St. John's defense. They are 1 point down, and they are looking to get a quick basket, and they did, as Dan Wolfenden converts on the transition break. Tadiwa from St. Albans going for a layup, and Dumbu having none of that. Dumbu with his second block in a row, and the referee calls a foul on the block, and everybody is getting very excited.
Look at that energy from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now he's here. He reached out for that ball. I thought it looked like a clean block from my side. All effort from his side, but I'm sure the ref saw something that we don't. That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Oh yeah.
For knowing all the rules that we don't.
I always say we are just commentators. we just watching the game. A rare miss on the free throw line by Thabo.
And the pressure mounts as we both keep quiet and want to see. Misses both trips to the charity line. Missed the chance to tie the game and take the lead. But now with the pressure applied by St. Albans, they now have a chance to get the ball back with a minute 20 seconds left. St. Albans ball. Coach, what would you do right now? What do you tell your team in the huddle?
Well, obviously St. John's is up by 3 points. As
so you tell me how many found 10? Table. How many for my 10?
The number 10 is
You can.
Then you give it a layer of
Yeah. As we see that Coach Victor is trying to establish his foul count of his players, the important thing for St. John's would be to try to make sure that they don't lose anything on their three-point lead, and make sure that they keep that lead and try to build on it. Now, obviously, the two things with that is keep control and keep composure on defense. And then from St. Alban's side, you don't want to stop the intensity down, because you are down 3 points. It's a 1 minute game, and you want to make sure you keep on attacking. Do what has been working for you the whole time up until you get up, and then you can try to control. But St. John's need to control their pace.
Would you suggest St. Albans to stay in the box in one that they have been doing the whole time with 1:28
I don't understand why they moved away from it, because that gave TJ an option to get some mid-range jumpers.
St. Albans with the ball. High pick and roll action. Calmly backing his man down. Trees there. Francois with a fake. Converts.
Francois, good spacing, timely movement, making sure he's right there and get a good finish.
When his teammates look for him, he's there. So they need to make, there he goes again. Pumps fake, jumps right up, soft touch near the rim to put his team between one with a minute and 6 seconds left.
That's what you call efficiency. He gets his rebounds, and he gets every opportunity he gets, he converts on that.
Clem, it's simple. I was watching one of the documentaries. It says be a star in your role. Don't wonder why someone else is getting the major minutes. When you get your minutes, be a star in the direction that coach has told you to do.
Yeah, and that's what Francois is doing right there. As he picks up a rebound, and luckily no turnover on that possession, as St. Albans has an opportunity to either tie the game or to take the lead.
This is an intense moment. Both coaches, everyone standing up. Benches are tense. And this is why tournament basketball is about. Every player should come down to the last minute.
St. Albans controlling the pace, running the break, and now in the half of St. Albans, and then drawing another foul on Sazibongwe.
Sazibongwe needs to know everyone looks at the hand and denies hand action, but there's always the bottom part of your body where you are pushing. Allow the player freedom of movement. Don't restrict him. And as a player myself, I am guilty of calling that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But you have to credit St. Albans for where they are right now.
Sazibongo has just fouled out with 5 fouls.
So I hope this is not a commentator's curse, but we spoke about this as you alluded to the previous game, an earlier game, as Anjola is missing his first free throw. You spoke about key players being fouled out early in the game. Now it's a bit late in the game, but it's also costly for them because it's a 1-point game. Anjola missing his second free throw, and an offensive foul being recorded on St. Albans. That gives the ball back to St. John's. St. Albans running a 2-2-1 press.
Just to be reminded, in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, it is stop-start, so the players have to check the ball with the referee and do not play pick-up basketball or running time rules.
Yeah.
St. Albans, St. John's with a strong take to the rim. It is still a 1-point game with 40 seconds left. Both teams on edge.
The coach from St. John's calling their inbound set, and the referee stopping the game to confirm with the table that that St. Albans is indeed in foul trouble, and that will send St. John's to the free throw line. When your team has conceded more than 4 fouls, anytime over 4 fouls, which is 5 or above. As Shimatu converts the first free throw, then your team is in foul trouble, and then anytime you commit a foul, then the opposing team goes to the free throw line. Shimatu missing the second free throw, and who else but Tabo running the break and then missing the layup.
Tabo seems to be injured on that play. He's limping.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit costly for the duration for the tournament for St. Albans if they end up losing Tabo on that injury. TJ missing his first free throw, shooting the free throws for the unsportsmanlike foul that was committed by Tadiwa. Chef missing his second free throw, and that still makes the game a one-possession game.
Yes. Still one possession game, still doable by St. Albans, but now the leader, Tabo, number 13 from St. Albans, is laying at center court while his team looks on and the paramedics attend to him.
Yeah, that's going to be very costly for them in this game and even for the rest of the tournament, because he has been that spark on the court offensively and defensively. Remember, he was the man who was running the box and one against. He was running the man-to-man during the box and one on TJ, and that kept TJ silent up until TJ got released of that and shown why he is that dangerous player on the floor. Losing him is going to be costly for St. Albans.
No, exactly. You're losing a leader, you're losing an impact player, you're losing an influential player, and you're losing the heart and the general of your team.
Yeah, 30 seconds, about 30 seconds left, and St. Albans is looking to foul. Every single time St. John's will have the ball to stop the clock so that they can have a chance to play basketball, to play offense on the other end. That sends Dan Wolfenden to the free throw line. Dan Wolfenden missing his first free throw, looking to make it a 3-point lead on the second free throw, and he converts. Yes, St. John staying in that full court press. The pressure now for St. Albans is to not get an 8-second violation, and St. John's almost had the ball.
And that's the difference, and you immediately see the impact or the lack thereof with Tabo off the floor, because he's the one who attacks the defense and doesn't look to just get away from the press. He attacks the press. Yeah,
he would have gotten out of this press already and made sure that there was no steal. St. Albans back to their tactic to make sure that they stop the clock. Totliso making sure that he fouls and stops the clock, and that sends Dumbu to the free throw line. Dumbu looking to make the game a 2-possession game, and he does on the first free throw. That puts them in lead by 4 with 23 seconds left. Dumbu missing the second free throw, Malchaz getting the rebound and committing a violation on that, turning the ball over to St. Albans. St. Albans scrambling but regaining the ball, attacking in transition, and Dumbu intercepting and blocking the ball out.
Just showing great fundamental defense there, keeping your hands up, not swiping down, because the referees are actually looking for that, and just well coached to stay that discipline so far into the game.
Yeah, the referees have been sending a very stern message out to make sure that players don't reach and don't go down. St. John's and St. Albans fighting for the ball on the floor between Shimatu and Anjola. TJ running the offense with 8 seconds left. St. Albans accepting that they don't have much to do because it is a 2-possession game, and that brings us to the end of the matchup between St. John's College and St. Albans College.
And a great showing of games throughout the whole day, Clement. St. John's, as we have the score, St. John's 35, St. Albans 31 full-time score. St. John's remains undefeated throughout this tournament and continues to make strides to writing their name in the stars, and hopefully by the end of the tournament on the trophy. So it's been a long day. It's been a good day for basketball, for sport, and we'll be here again tomorrow. Catch us on Super Sport. Thank you to Standard Bank, Puma Hoops, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, thank you to Super Sports Schools as well for providing this opportunity for everybody outside who can't be here to watch the games. And as we witness St. John saying thank you to the opposition, St. Albans, and St. Albans getting sanitized after the game.